Welcome fans one and all to the 2025 Rocket City Blast presented by West Side Discs. This is a PDGA A-tier 3 rounds, all in Huntsville, Alabama, 2 different courses, 2 beautiful properties that will be challenging these players today. This coverage being brought to you by Infinite Disc. Big shout out to them. Run Productions bringing you this coverage back in the booth. Happy to be with you once again. It is Felix, joined by
Conrad,
we're at a different location. We haven't been to Huntsville in a while, so it's great to be back. 2 new locations. John Hunt Park, the first one we're going to be at for round 1 here. We've got a stellar card of some familiar names taking on a bomber course.
Yeah, this is a temporary layout, I believe, so not the normal course that the locals are used to seeing, but excited to see the action here. On the card, starting off, we have Grady Shue, Team Infinite Disc. He is 1024 rated, one of the higher rated players here at the event. We also have Braeden Sides. We know him from the channel. You know him from the channel. Team Casterplast, 1023 rated.
Yeah, 2 very familiar names. Another one that we're familiar with, McLaughlin, Team MVP Disc, does a lot of work and plays a lot of tournaments around the Huntsville area, so very familiar with these tracks. Excited to have a lefty perspective. And Aidan Scott from Tennessee coming over on Team Infinite this year, getting to throw. Great variety of molds. We're going to be starting things off here on hole 1. We're jumping right into the fire. Par 5, 1,045 feet. Pretty wide open here. You just want to avoid these right side trees here and give yourself more of an open look to the left hand side. There's a mandatory that we're flying over now where that tree is. You want to be on the right hand side there, banking over to the right hand side and then following up underneath these last sets of trees here to get you the look at the birdie. A little bit of trouble there if you go long on the approach here.
From Augusta, Georgia, Mr. Grady Shue.
Grady kind of jumped off of the main tour, the pro tour, so to say, and he's been kind of cleaning up on a lot of bigger A tiers and B tiers throughout the area. So he's coming in riding a bit of a hot streak.
We all know Grady's form, nice and smooth. That looks like where you want to be as long as those trees aren't in your way.
You have a little bit of maneuvering to deal with. Speaking of smooth form, Braeden Sides really having himself a solid year, showing up big time across multiple events. Also kind of taking some of the A tiers around him as the tour kind of moves around towards the West Coast. He's kind of stuck closer to home.
Now team from Huntsville, Alabama, Mr. McLaughlin.
Putting yourself out to the left there like Braeden, it kind of opens up the hyzer angle a bit more and takes some of the pressure of hitting that mandatory that's further up on the fairway. Kind of takes that out of play a little bit for him. Bo, the lefty, has a big sidearm. Also has the turnover game. Looks like he's electing for the turnover backhand.
I totally forgot that Bo was a lefty.
From Chattanooga, Tennessee, Mr. Aidan Scott.
I forget how tall Aidan is until you see him in person.
Mm-hmm. And getting a little bit of turn on this. Wants it to finish back out before those trees, and he's going to have a little bit
of maneuvering to do? Is he in the trees there?
He's close to it where it's going to be in his head at the worst. Bo kind of out of position here with the low drive, so he's just looking to get back towards the fairway, which he's done nicely.
Oh, I see the Mando up there on the tree now.
Yeah. A little bit of wind we're dealing with as well. Day 1, they kind of practiced in some wind. We'd had some storms come through the area the days before, so kind of limited some of the practice they were able to get out on this. This is a beautiful turnover shot here. Panning back out and back in the fairway.
I still haven't gained my perspective on exactly where the Mando was. I saw the tree.
Yeah, it's pretty much the last big tree on the right that you have to kind of maneuver around. Braeden should not have any issues clearing the Mando here. He's just looking to get something hyzering back around. Oh, he's actually turned that one a little bit.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
Okay. Grady's going to have to turn something around the mandatory tree here. Because he's furthest to the right there. Clears it well.
Yeah.
And pushing.
Flexing back.
And way down there on the fairway. Okay, so he'll have a pretty simple approach there. It's an eagleable one if you get two really big shots, but you need to put yourself in some really rare real estate in order to have the look. Nice roller there for kind of an unfortunate ending. It's going to be kind of below this one branch to contend with here.
Yeah. I don't know why I was surprised by a lefty roller. Like,
well, everything he does is left-handed.
but it's like in my head, like lefties don't throw rollers. They don't need to. That's only a right-handed shot, but obviously not.
A couple of approaches left for these guys. All inside of 100 feet, looks like.
Yeah, it should be a simple up and down as long as they don't go too long.
Like that.
Oh, wow.
That wall back there is thick.
That looks like the Homer Simpson wall. You just walk into and disappear.
Grady going with the alpaca here. That's a touch long as well.
How close is that wall to the basket? They don't seem like they're selling it. Like that wall is definitely inside the circle.
Oh, 100%. It's inside of 20 feet. This is Braeden for eagle?
It is. Ooh,
good bit.
Okay, good bit. Stayed out of the wall.
Bo got this left for par. Long look, stepping through.
Knew he missed it.
And goes long as well. All right, so maybe it's closer to like 15 feet because everybody's going in there. Yeah, it's close. And furthest in there is Aidan. He's about to get swallowed by the greenery.
Are we sure that's Aidan? I saw a person go in, but I don't see anything else.
He's located it.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Throws it directly at me. And now he circles edge.
I didn't think he was going to, like, get out.
Yeah. I don't think he did either that cleanly.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's going to cost him.
Now it's Grady's turn to go in.
Grady not as far. Okay. Yeah. He can kind of step out here and convert the birdie.
Helps to have long legs there. Hopefully Bo isn't as far in. He can do the same thing. Yeah.
Very similar, and he's got the advantage being left-handed, so he has a clearer swing.
So that's cheating, right?
Absolutely. Converts the bogey there. Not the start you want here, although this hole is playing just slightly above par. As the starting hole, it's kind of hard to just jump into 1,000+ feet. But yeah, playing 0.3 above. I'm sorry, 0.17 above. So 4.83. Oh, below. Never mind.
Yeah, that's a negative.
That is a negative, so it's playing below par. So you definitely do want the birdie.
Yeah, you do. All right, let's talk about hole 2. It is a par 3 coming in at 390 feet.
Pretty straightforward shot. It's
there's the basket. Okay, I was confused for a second. Yeah, you just want to get through the wall of trees and decide if you want to be left or right. Looks like there's another set of trees behind the basket that you want to make sure you're not into to obstruct your putt into the green or into the basket. And pick your line, pick your poison, and drink it.
Again with the drinking of the poison. You don't.
Why are you going to have poison if you ain't going to drink it? I mean, if you got poison, if you're going to pick it, you got to use it. Don't be wasting stuff.
Use it on other people.
Oh.
Grady just needs to beat that tree and sneaks on through.
Yeah.
Leave himself.
Is he inside the circle? Yeah, he definitely is.
He's just inside there. Big shout out to our buddy Tom Neiman jumping in on the catch cam for us for this event.
Oh.
Just got clipped up late as it was skipping over, unfortunately.
That looked like the line that I would have taken.
Oh, looks like he's going to forehand. Similar line, maybe a bit early.
Yeah. And so that's going to pan out there. He's going to put him outside the circle. Bobo looked like he had a good stepper. Maybe he can get that dialed in. It's a wider swinging shot there. Is it going to work his way back over? He gets behind. He's inside the circle, but he's going to have some obstructed trees there.
Yeah, there's some low-hanging limbs there that they talked about possibly trimming, but the consensus was to kind of leave them and add some challenge to this hole, which I think is the right call. You want to reward accuracy. Great putt.
Yeah, and since this is a temp layout, you don't want to make drastic changes to the property.
But there you see that one branch is kind of swinging up and down. You got to navigate and kind of time it. It's almost like a mini golf hole.
Yeah, with the
windmill or something.
Yeah. Or just go straight through it.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Try to.
Yeah, it's a hard one. Grady from inside it. Nice and smooth.
Center. Never get tired of seeing it.
Well, if you're playing against them, you might.
Oh, yeah. So
Or maybe not. I don't know.
I appreciate watching good golf when I'm on a card, even if
true.
it's not mine.
True.
Fun story about Braeden Sides here as he's going to line up this putt.
I was waiting for it.
You can see the shoes he's wearing. They are not your traditional disc golf shoes. Unfortunately, there was a locked car and lack of time and the inability to grab said disc golf shoes. So he's out there playing in some Hey Dudes.
Hey, dudes.
Trying to make the best of it, but didn't stop him from getting a birdie there. It's the most Braeden story ever.
Does it concern you how much Infinite Discs uses your likeness in their marketing?
No, not at all. First off, the Alpaca is an amazing putter.
Right.
And Alpacas don't miss. Shout out my guy Proctor. And Infinite Discs is a great company. They have like 100,000 discs in stock, so their selection and prices are incredible. So I'm not concerned about being associated with them. I'll tell you what does concern me though.
What?
Their eyes of AI.
Oh yeah, that's scary stuff.
AI is everywhere right now. So it's like so hard to tell it was real. I was not.
We are jumping into a long par 4, hole 3, 770 feet. These guys are going to be throwing shots over the tops of these trees there and letting them crash back over to the right-hand side where you see this group kind of making their way up. A good landing is going to be somewhere around here. It's going to leave you inside of 300 feet to this elevated, slightly elevated pin. A little bit of rollaway potential here on just turtleback green. Not a lot of danger here. Really, it's just a matter of getting your placement shot out as far as you can into the middle of the fairway and then just attacking from there.
Is there any OB to speak of? I know there was a dirt road behind it, but it didn't play as OB.
I honestly don't remember what the OB was on this one. Great again, this one turning to the right, but it looks like it's starting to pan back out towards the left. He's going to be kind of in the thick of those trees there on the left-hand side. Once these trees continue to grow, I don't know how they're going to... You're going to be forced to take this up the middle line, which is... It just limits how much distance you can actually get off of the tee.
So we say this is a temp layout. Is this like part of the normal layout, but they just modified the tees, or?
They, from what I was told, they gained this property not too long ago, so they're still kind of fluctuating with what the actual layouts are.
Okay. Yeah, if you got the chance to make a big one, go ahead and make it big.
Yeah. And again, you Huntsville locals and natives would know better than us. Let us know in the comments exactly what the normal layout is and for this course, if it's utilized as a disc golf course. I know there's pads that have been laid out there, but some of them have natural pads as well. So
that's getting turned over good. It's gonna
fight back. That's an old girthy destroyer, but he is just clear of those trees there, so that should leave him pretty clear for his upshot. Bo gonna have to swing around a hyzer here up the left side. Got some flip.
Yeah, it's gonna work its way back over. Not quite all the way.
Yeah, gotta leave him with a circle 2 look there.
This is what you want to avoid, all the little trees.
And he's got one directly in his stance here, so he's got to power through some type of forehand here, probably on an Anheuser angle. Oh no, he's going high hyzer up the left side.
Yeah, still gonna put him in circle 2 as well.
Yeah, that's a long bid going uphill too. He's gonna have some tailwind to contend with. Aidan, this is pretty prime.
Yeah, you can see the leaves blowing, so there is definitely some wind out there that you're having to think about. And does he make it just inside the circle?
Just inside, yeah. A little shorter than you want to be, but it's tough to pinpoint your approach and landing on that little humpback green there.
Yeah.
Really just, you're trying to play for the best wind side here on the pin on your approach. This is a Berg X Should just fall gently and does.
Yeah.
It's going to leave Braeden a birdie look here on hole 3.
I think we should troll Braeden just whenever we see him, like, hey, dude.
Grady with a long look here for the birdie. You see the wind blowing left to right. He's got a little bit of hyzer on his putt, so the tendency is going to want to get this disc pushing to his right. Flatten it out, but it did get pushed right still.
Decent bid. I appreciate the arrows under the basket telling you where to go next. And, that was good. Definitely had the line.
Look good from here.
Agreed.
Yeah, agree.
Aidan used to be just about circle's edge here.
Good putt.
Knocks it home for the birdie, getting him back down to even after that bogey on hole 1.
I'm going to make an assumption since I didn't look at the drone fly-through stats, but I'm assuming that this plays just under par. I would think that just because of the... come on, Braeden.
It's the shoes.
Oh, dude.
It was playing .23 under par.
Yeah, that's what I would expect.
33% of the field carding the birdie on this one. We're only going to get 25% of our card getting the birdie on this one, unfortunately. Have a couple of cleanups left for par.
All right, moving on to hole 4. It is a par 4. Another monster coming in at 790 feet. This is on the ranking on the harder side of things. You're going to notice the OB on the left. I'm going to assume that there is OB on the right as well. We see it kind of pinched in just a bit there before you get to the turn and want to get to the basket.
Yeah, there's a cross-country track that runs throughout this entire property, and a lot of those areas are marked off as out of bounds for the course on this layout. So when you see those blue lines, that is the cross-country path.
Okay.
Destroyer here for Aidan, that red one. He's going to be throwing this quite a bit today. And that's center.
All right. So that looks like that's the ideal landing zone, just to be able to throw another hyzer into the green area. Is that going to flex out? Oh, man, you love to see a good shot. Just take his whole flight.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, it opens up that right side hyzer a little more. The more left you are, the more trees you have to navigate on your second shot. So swinging it out wider opens up that line quite a bit. This looks pretty carbon copy to what we just saw.
Land on it. Take that,
further.
Grady. Take that.
Beautifully executed there.
The hyzer flip should be in the same landing area, just a little bit shorter. I guess Bo has the added advantage of having a good forehand.
He does.
For a lefty, you don't always see that.
That's a lot of angle on that photon.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna.
Oh, if they'd fight out,
okay,
it's very stable for a photon.
I thought it was just gonna cut at some point. All right, Bo knows his disc. Bo knows.
Bo knows. Kind of in between here. Looks like he's going inside turnover.
Okay.
A little bit of flex.
All right, that'll give him a look. Maybe have a little ceiling to deal with.
Yeah, we'll see if those branches come into play at all here. Grady opting for the sidearm here.
Wait, I'm seeing flags everywhere. Is this playing as an island almost?
There is OB that surrounds the beginning part of the screen here.
Okay.
Again, it kind of follows that track around.
Yeah.
Nicely executed there by Grady. There's a lot of trickiness in landing zones in this. Braeden, I thought more people would take this hyzer route, but only Braeden looks like he's going with the hyzer route around the tree. Pushes a little long.
Oh, yeah.
Leave him about 42, 45.
Bo from outside the circle. See if he's going to do the stepper. And
again, it looks good.
Yeah, he definitely has the line down there and just has to make some fine-tune adjustments.
Yeah, the pace was there. Braeden C2 as well. They're going a little long on the approach.
I don't remember if Braden's a stepper or if he's just a sender like me. Send it, okay.
Oh,
just a little bit low.
There's a smidge of tailwind, but nothing really that should be affecting these guys here. Beautiful. Solid hit there for Bo.
Branch is not a problem for Aidan. Able to get in his bird as well.
Getting him under par for the first time today. Grady, 3 out of 4 start. Oh no. Oh no. It's all going downhill. Hole 5, par 4, 680 feet. Nothing really tricky about this hole until you get to the final stretch here. You want to get your drive somewhere out around this last tree here to give yourself the approach. Sidearm kind of works well here. Over the top hyzer can also get you a look over the top of these last trees, as this basket is going to be placed in between these last sets of trees here, pretty much right in the middle. Kind of a tough green to access. Really just want to throw something up in the air and get it close to any one of those trees and put yourself inside of 20 feet.
Yeah, it looks tricky.
I like the angle here.
Is this that destroyer again?
It is.
Man.
Just trusting it on that angle, and it has enough stability to fight back out every time. And that's well past that little tree that we talked about. Don't know if that's quite enough angle. It's going to fade out a little early. But you really don't get punished here for being out unless you're like up against a tree.
Yeah. I mean, 'cause you're still going to have to pick your... Dang it. I'm going to have to come up with another phrase.
Again. Yeah. Pick your line.
Pick your nose to get into the...
That's never the saying. All right, this is nicely turned here. Nice and driven and low. Can it crest the hill? It's going to be right on top there.
I mean, everyone's going to end up with an upshot into the green, so it's, you know... Trying to find your line. No, that's somebody else's.
It's going to be inside there. So Bo's going to have the longest approach of the bunch here.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be, from the angle, I thought he was going to be a little more obstructed from trees, but it looks like he has a good shot at getting it there.
This needs to fade.
Ooh, it's not turning.
It's going to leave him outside of the circle there.
I'm not sure if he'll have a clean look or not.
I think it dropped pretty straight down, so hopefully he's not inside the actual line of trees there. This looks pretty good. Just needs to fade.
Hopefully that'll flare towards the basket.
We'll see when we get up there. I believe he executed the shot pretty well there. Yarn here for Braeden. Overstable approach disc. That's a little early, and it is. You can see the basket peeking around the corner there.
I guess going around the hyzer route is not really as appealing since everyone is trying to challenge the wall of trees going into the basket.
Yeah, you're almost throwing a stalling hyzer if you're going.
Oh, he has a clean look at this.
He does. Circle 2. Another chance to tune in the stepper.
He got it.
And that time he connects.
Just had to get it warmed up, that's all.
Very nicely done. Let's see that one once more. Bo driving home the envy. Left side pulls in right to the center. Tried to bounce out there. Had some pace coming in, but sticks home. There's just nothing here.
Yeah.
Oh, they still got
okay.
Got a window somewhere in there.
All right, so he's a woodsman, I guess. He just separates bushes to cut through. He did that on hole 1, almost hit you, and just did it again, hit the basket.
And these approaches were way better than we thought. You see, Especially, I thought Braeden was a little bit closer to the tree line there, but
we called him early. We thought he was in the tree, but he obviously got through.
Wow, three out of 4 getting the birdie on that one.
All right, hole 6, par 4. Man, they keep getting longer and longer. This one is at 875. It's ranking the 3rd hardest hole on the course today, scoring just over par. You have those trees there that you need to navigate. Like you have a good landing area. You want to be wary of that one big tree that's going to be blocking your shot. So you want to be left or right of it before you come into the green area, which is gently surrounded by a few trees. Hopefully they won't get in your way.
Yeah, this tee shot is tricky. That tree on the right kind of forces you to go left of it, and then you've got the tree on the left, which does that. So
yeah, and that's like exactly where you don't want to be.
Yeah. You can kind of bail out and throw big hyzer, but that's really taking birdie out of play at that point. It's a position play.
Sneaky enough to get by everything and be out in the open.
That looks very good. Yeah.
Ooh, kind of flex
flirting
on it, but it gets by, so it should be out in the opening as well.
Yep, that'll work.
When I see 875 as a par 4, I'm thinking like downhill, but most of this is flat. Like it hasn't really had any elevation change.
That is going to be out of bounds, unfortunately. He's going to cross the cart path there. It's the first time he kind of misreleased that destroyer. Didn't give it the height it needed to finish back out. Grady really up against this tree.
Brave man.
Full send.
I'll give him a circle 2 look, right?
Yeah, it does. Gonna be across the pin there. He got plenty of distance, thankfully, before going out of bounds here. It was towards the end of the flight, so
you should be able to get to the green with no problem.
Still takes a big shot. There's full flex. This one may be deep. Yeah, he's got a little bit past there, just outside the circle, as you see. See if he's obstructed, because he's in that tree line as well.
What tree line? It's Aidan, there's no trees.
Oh, that's early left, and those trees might have helped him from finishing way off left there. Nonetheless, it's going to leave him outside of where he's comfortable.
Oh no, that looks like another stepper to me.
Yeah, we'll see if it's in his range.
Braeden going around. This is going to swing back in.
Going Firebird. A little bit of skip there. Stays outside of the tree line. Yeah,
that's much
it's an
further than I
approach.
thought, yeah.
Just chipping up to save the par. Grady
looking for a bird.
Yeah, really good job to get up this far after that drive.
Oh.
Just short left. A little bit of branches to deal with here for Aidan.
Luckily, they're only like in his eyesight, not actually in his swing. But I don't think it makes a difference for him. Let's see.
Oh, good bit. Just right side there. Stays close to the pin, though. Braeden for the birdie. Converts. Trying to keep pace here. That matches him with Grady once again. Both of these guys at 4 down. This is a pretty scoreable course. For it being so long, it's just not quite long enough for the field to give them real issues. So we were seeing some, by the time we made the turns, the leaders were, 7, 8, somewhere around there. So they were really getting in the birdies where they could. So getting off to a fast start here, 4 through 6, definitely keeps you within stride of where you need to be. Hole 7 is beautiful and terrifying. It is straightforward, 415 feet. You see the big body of water there in the background playing as out of bounds. Once again, a little bit of a humpback green here with the pin placed just slightly off to the left a bit. Wind definitely plays a factor here. You want to land on the right side to give yourself pretty much a tailwind putt. Also an elevated basket, and this drop off here accelerates your disc towards that body of water if you go too long. A little bit of grabby grass though. The grass is a little bit high to hopefully catch your disc if you just don't overpower the pace.
Yeah, this is one that you really have to fill out because you want to get that full distance, but you got to take into consideration the wind and not going too long.
Yeah, it's definitely risk reward, and that settles up nicely.
That was scary. I thought it was going to roll towards the water.
You're kind of fine with leaving this one 25 short front side.
Mm-hmm.
Grady doesn't love it. It's a little high. If it needs to settle softly, that's not softly.
Wow.
You heard the splash, and there you see it. So unfortunately, that is out of bounds for Grady. This needs to grab. And it holds on for him.
Just going with a wider angle here, probably to help control the distance.
Yeah, high spike. And putting it about 25 short on the front left side. He'll have a tail crosswind putt coming back at him.
It's a little terrifying with that basket being elevated and having to get it up there and just potential for it to roll into the water if it hits metal.
Yeah, a lot of different factors to calculate on this one.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Sat. Okay. Just outside the circle, and he puts it home for the birdie. Nicely done there for Aidan. A little further back than I thought. He thought it was about 25, and ended up being about 35.
Braeden, the closest off the tee, able to convert on his birdie as well.
Able to capitalize, and he's going to take multiple strokes here on Grady, who's going to have a bogey putt coming up. So 2-stroke swing here on this card. Solid hit there for Bo.
Simple put away for Grady. All right, here we go. Another par 4, 795 feet, hole 8. Ranking the second most difficult hole on the course today, and we can see why. We see the OB kind of pinching in right around the landing zone before it opens up again. You want to go to the left. You can see the basket just sitting there underneath the trees there as someone is approaching for the drone. Right there, perfect. So really that one tree that's close to the basket to contend with when you get to the green, but it's wide open enough to be able to navigate around it. He doesn't like it out of his hand.
He's challenging over the entire way. This needs to push.
And
unfortunately not. It's going to make it across, so he's going to have to take that pretty far back. That's more the angle he wants.
Destroyer's going to fight back and not go too far.
Or is it? Okay, yes.
Okay, he's still in bounds.
That's a way down there. He's already at the turn, which is fantastic. Bo with that sidearm, just needing this to fight back, and it will.
Yep.
Nicely done there. Nobody really taking the hyzer line, so everybody's trying to push some distance here. That needs to settle. That's across the out of bounds, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, he does get to go further up than Braeden here, so.
Yeah, Braeden position hyzer back, trying to make the turn there and put himself back on the fairway, and he's done that, so he should have a couple different options there for his approach.
Grady may be attacking from here.
It'd have to be a turnover.
It's not turning enough, so he's out there though. You should have a clean look at the basket, either to give a long bid or get close underneath it at least.
I would suspect we're going to see a Berg up shot from there. That's too low.
And turning over a lot.
Stays in the fairway though. He's going to have a little bit of maneuvering to do to navigate those last 3 sets of trees there.
And to cleanest look at the turnover here.
Looks too inside.
Yeah, so now he's going to have... He needs a tree in between him and the basket to make things work. I think is his plan.
Looks like Braeden yarn again. Go in. Ooh.
Underneath. Not bad.
Settles softly there, so minimizing the damage as best he can there.
No, he didn't like it.
Doesn't like it.
Oh.
Last tree knocking it down. That looks good initially.
It's a true disc golf shot. All disc golfers know. We can find that one tree.
Grady trying to save this here after going OB.
Yeah, I thought he was going to have an upshot. He has a legit putt here. It's a long one though. Left it out wide just a little bit, but the want was definitely there.
So that's going to be back-to-back bogeys here for Grady. So he's kind of losing steam closing out this front 9. And oh no!
You hate to see it.
It looks good. Just a little left, and unfortunately just did not. Chains would not bring it in and hold it. Par there for Bo. Not really seeing big mistakes from Bo. He's been able to kind of keep it clean, just the one bogey so far, but hasn't been able to really attack and capitalize on these longer holes. Closing things out here, hole 9, par 3, 325 feet. Right-hand hyzer play here. Slightly downhill. Basket's going to be up onto your left-hand side. You see, again, that cross-country track on the right. There's also out of bounds on the left. There's a cart path over that way. Tricky with this low ceiling coming in. There's also a branch that kind of gets in the way of some of the late shots coming in as well. Skip plays. There's also a left-hand forehand route which can be taken. I like this hole. It challenges the hyzer. It's not just a stock hyzer shot. It makes you throw with intent and purpose. That one, we're going to see that pretty often as people just go long on it.
Yeah. I guess you want to avoid the tree, so kind of baits you to go long. That right there looks like it's turning in well. Oh,
there's that branch.
Wow.
Yeah. You're going from one of the harder holes, hole 8 playing .29 above par, this one playing .22 below par, so quite the juxtaposition between the two holes.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be long. Oh, okay, not bad.
About circle's edge here, it looks to be.
Yeah.
Grady throwing a quake here over stable mid. And if you're throwing a quake before, you know it gets ground play. And that one got a couple of hops and skips.
We're just taking the upshot here, not really having the opportunity to run at it.
Yeah, no sense in trying to make something happen there. You have to get down to a knee and spin in.
Well, we all practice the hero shots, man.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Redemption.
Nicely done. Aidan dropping that one in. Right side catching. Squeezing it in. Nicely done there for Aidan. Bringing him to 2 down so far in the front 9.
Braeden having to get down on a knee here to avoid the ceiling. And oh, wow.
Hooks it home from circle's edge.
Yeah.
Very nicely done there. Little nose up spinner.
Grady working on the long leg split again. Puts it in.
Alpaca finds the bottom of the cage.
Trying to get back on pace, erasing one of those bogeys.
Yep, gets him to 3 down so far through the front 9. Back 9 has some possible eagleable holes as well, so not out of it by any means here.
Taking a look at our cards through the front 9. We see the pace, but we kind of want to pick it up. Like you said, at the turn, there was multiple people in the double digits right now inside the clubhouse, and that's where you got to get to.
Yeah, there's going to be some names you see how they're up and down the leaderboard here. They're off to some quick starts here. A lot can happen on the back 9. Definitely more scoreable holes back there as well. Definitely want to check it out. Some fun ones coming up still. Make sure to check us out on all of our socials at Ace Run Pro for updates, news, and just fun stuff. We appreciate you guys checking out the 2025 Rocket City Blast. We got back 9 coming your way from this first round. Make sure to come on back and check it out.